Before starting, I would like to thank Principal Dr. Shukla Mahanti for providing us the opportunity to even do the entire session of this sort, which is very unique, and it will directly benefit the students. Um, at the same time, a very special thank you to Swati ma'am and Ratna ma'am for helping us regularly coordinate the event. With Let me talk about 360 mentors and their agenda. I hear echo. Okay. So we have come. We are doing it with the mission of helping underprivileged small town students to provide them the right guidance and equip them with right tools to excel in their career. This also provides students to get exposed to latest industry and mentorship through latest industry trends through mentorship and experiential learning program. Our vision is to create the platform which gives accessibility to everyone, and they can direct their life and reach their full potential. So the program, which is Lean Mentorship, it consists of series of engagements wherein we have already completed first webinar on this, which was on the mentorship and the importance of it. And today we are going to cover MOOC and the importance of it and how it will impact our rest of not just the career but the life also. Next session, next Saturday, sorry, we have kept a session for social media and how you can utilize it for your career growth, followed by innovation, startups, and academics. So these four webinars are planned in such a way that you can utilize. If you attend one session, you will be gaining the 25% of benefit. So I recommend all students to attend all the workshops in order to best utilize the benefit of it. Followed by that, we have experiential learning program, wherein whatever you guys will learn, now it's your turn to deliver. So in our Lean Mentorship program, along with me and our guests, we would deliver most of the details to you. And in experiential learning, it's your turn to game up and deliver your part, like how you can do it by forming a team, by coming up with a project idea, building the same, and delivering it. So this is the program structure that we have planned. Okay. So what we are going to cover today, the agenda is to tell what is MOOC, the highlight of it, and how we can find the right course for ourselves, followed by a topic of discussions with our guests. And I would give you the details of MOOC handout also. So let me remind few things. I have given 360 mentors link in the chat. If you want to share it with your friends and classmates, please share it with them if they want to join for the same, and pin the screen. And hear the recording. The second point I want to highlight is you should hear the recordings again and again after the session, to best absorb the content that we are trying to deliver here. Another thing is that build a mindset. So it is very important to have the mindset to help each other. That way we are building a community of team, which with wherein all will evolve with time. So we are our question, what is MOOC, right? So question is, what is MOOCs? MOOC is nothing but massive open online courses. How it all started. So when internet came, we all know that we were exchanging texts via email or different mediums. So it was mostly text exchange. As we evolved, as the data and coverage and we had more bandwidth and it kept evolving, we utilized that platform was utilized by the by one of the one of the universities in 2008 to create a content. So as internet evolved, we could record videos, we could create the content and then publish it in a channel. So because we had more bandwidth from internet, so we could publish that channel. So that's how in 2008 first time open online courses were made, only to make it available for 23 students. But that course was attended by 2500 students. So and then in 5 years, just in 5 years time, in 2013, one 50,000 plus students attended courses, the same course, from 190 countries. So just imagine the reach and the exponential growth of it. And now at this time when we have coronavirus effect, we all know that we all are sitting at home. So this is not anymore a luxury. This is the reality and necessity that we need to adopt. So that's how the evolution happened for massive online massive online platform. And that's how this session is today. So this is like sequential flow, which I wanted to discuss. And if you guys, I want to highlight the challenge. 10 years ago when I was preparing for to get an admit into a good college, just after my 12th, I remember the competition is so high and it is so tough that only 1% of the students in uh, used to get accepted in top reputed college. So rest all, so the dream of entire most of the young population to get education from a reputed college would be shattered, right? So that was one very important problem that I have been facing. And second problem was, even when you get the admit, right, even when you get accepted, you will you and your family have to pay hefty money. And at that time, from especially the middle class and lower middle class family members, people used to think that they will sell their house, they will sell their land in order to sponsor their child's education. So this was the second challenge. The third challenge was complete relocation. When you get relocated to a different place, the adaptability, right? So you need to be alone from your family, the food and the culture shift that you need to adapt to. Sometimes for many people, it becomes a challenge. And last is the health issues. Like when you're not surrounded, when you're not given the enough care, you tend to experience health issues. So this online education and internet, it revolutionized education by providing quality education from reputed top colleges, and it was available for everyone. So this is the revolution that we are talking about. So the benefit I feel the the important benefits are, it is very readily and easily available for everyone. So all have access to reputed education from all platforms, whether it is course which is directly related to your curriculum, like something what Swayam provides, or whether it is skill related courses which is provided in different platforms, which I will share in more detail. So it is readily available. It is very flexible, so you can do it at your own place at whichever time it is comfortable for you. Like today morning, I did my MOOC for 2 to 3 hours, and then I'm doing this session. And so like I am also doing it all, and I know that all of my guests, they're also doing it. And next is like we can reduce our time waste of traveling, wasting time with all different sorts of time waste we can avoid, and it helps us to equip our skill, right? And when I say there are benefits, there are challenges as well. What are those challenges? So with MOOC, this first and foremost is lack of motivation, right? So we there is so much already present online. How many of us are utilizing it? Can you give me a count, like how many of us are using it? So see, this is one major challenge which I found, that we are not enough motivated. There's lack of motivation to do and pursue that course, not just to start but to complete the course and then utilize it in your own benefit. And the second is, which course shall you choose? That's another confusion area. And next is time management, that how shall we manage our time to best utilize the benefit of MOOC. And foremost is people interaction. Like, that is what we miss, being in a classroom, interacting with people and having a real time experience. That is completely a miss. So having these challenges, how we are mitigating it, we will also, our guests would also talk about the solution for the same. Moving on, what do you expect from today? So today we are not only going to discuss about what is the right fit, right course for you, you should choose that, which is nothing but giving a meal for the day, but we would also help you provide the tool so that you can choose for yourself how to make the meal for rest of your time, because just providing a meal for the day is not sufficient. You should know how to make the meal for rest of your time, then only it gives you, then only it empowers you in a better way. So we have carved a handout for you. We will share that handout with everyone. So with that, I would like to invite my first guest for today. And let me highlight that it's thanks for joining, Namun. She would introduce herself, but I want to highlight that it's really late night for her, and then she is giving this time to help all of us and build this community. So, Namun, over to you.
Hi everyone. Thanks for having me. Let's see, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you. I think this is an amazing way, an opportunity for everyone, for me to share, obviously, and give back, and for all the students to of course, hear from us and to learn from Lipsy. I think this is really generous of you and a really great use of everybody's time. I think everyone will benefit and grow from this experience for sure. So super excited to be part of it. So just a little bit about me. I know this portion is a little bit about introductions. So I was born and raised in Mongolia. If you don't know where that is, we're based right in the middle. We're sandwiched between China and Russia. We are a pretty small country of about 3 million people, but we have about the 17th largest landmass, so not very densely populated. But again, we're kind of in between these two big giants, so not a lot of people kind of overlook us sometimes. But that's where I'm from, and I came to the U.S. for college thanks to a very generous college scholarship through my college called Mount Holyoke College. If you haven't heard of it, it's one of the seven sister colleges in the U.S. Back in the day when colleges weren't co-ed, Mary Lyon, the very first founder of Mount Holyoke College, decided to start a college specifically for women to help educate them in the sciences, actually. And I think she started with chemistry, and that's how Mount Holyoke was founded. So I'm really proud of we're coming from a women's college and representing women colleges. So I'm excited to hear that, I'm speaking to students from a women's college too. And I studied international relations, political economics, as well as business. After graduating, I decided to do management consulting, more so deciding than it felt like the best option for me, specifically because I wanted to continue staying in the US and hopefully, being able to apply for a work visa and, continue in my growth trajectory and my career. So that's how I ended up in management consulting. I focus mostly on procurement consulting, which is basically the trying to figure out the processes of being able to efficiently and best purchase goods and services for our clients. And so I did that for 4.5 years. While doing so, I also worked on some more passion projects and side projects that I was really interested in from a more personal perspective, and those included being part of Global Shapers, which is a youth-led organization that provides that works on problems within our communities, our local communities, whether it's climate change or whether it's women's issues and gender issues. We work with our communities to solve such problems, small and big. And it's actually a part of the World Economic Forum. So it was a great opportunity for me to network, get to know people in that space, in those areas that I'm really passionate about. And so, went to school in Massachusetts, moved to New York City for work. I actually then had to move to Minnesota as my my spouse transferred here for his school. And so I've been in Minnesota for the past 3 years now. Last January is when I actually quit work, and I took a year off because I was about to have my second child, and I took that year to really figure out what I'm doing next. And fortunately, actually, and it's part of my story, this whole MOOC thing, I did take an online course that really helped me figure out what I wanted to do next, which was, apply for this program at MIT, supply chain management program, master's program that both Lipsy and I are attending starting this August. So I'm super excited to meet you, Lipsy, in person in August, and be doing that program with you. And I think that's kind of where the turning point was, by being able to take that online course and figuring out, okay, this is really what I want to study. I want to continue really digging into and being more proficient in. And so that was my turning point last year, and I'm really excited to get back into school, and then obviously after graduation, get back into the workforce for sure. Some other things about me that I do on the side. Right now I'm working on another passion project that's also, again, very specific for women. It's called Behi.com. It is going to be an online platform, online community platform that provide information, content, seminars, workshops, and of course community for women from all aspects, whether that's career development, wellness, or parenting, motherhood, just really every aspect that you can think of within a woman. And just different advice from our communities, from the women that that inspire us and that we live with, kind of just hearing people's different perspectives and learning from their point of view. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm also a mentor and a content creator for an ed tech company that's also based out of Mongolia, where we help students from all backgrounds gain access to educational content and information, and help them really kind of like what Lipsy is doing right now, which is really awesome, to be able to gain access to those information, right, that would help them apply for and seek those next steps and help them with their growth trajectory. And lastly, another thing that I've just started co-hosting a podcast, as it's part of a sort of a leadership network. And I've been able to actually interview some really awesome thought leaders or thought thinkers, in leadership research. And so that has been also really fun, and that has also helped me kind of expand my view on what leadership is and what career development is, and meet different people with different views. And I think that has been the most important aspect of that work. So yeah, I do like to dabble in quite a few things, and I've been keeping busy this past year, as I've taken that one year to refocus on what I wanted to do next in my career. So that's a little bit about me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Naman,
Yes.
for talking about yourself and telling this story. It completely resonates. And now I would like to introduce our next guest. So all of us are the beneficiaries of MOOC, but she's the one who has not only created an ecosystem to learn and pursue her passion, but also to build the content and build an provide the online program. So with that, I would like to introduce Sanskrit scholar Dr. Pradanya.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, yes. So, let me tell about myself. I've done my MA PhD in Sanskrit, but after doing PhD, I changed my field a bit. I wanted to do something different than classroom teaching and typical research. So I found this instructional designing. It's a good field. I thought it will be suitable for me. So I completed a course in instructional designing and started working with a small company. And it's a rare combination: instructional designing, working in e-learning industry, and with the educational qualification of MA PhD. So always wanted to combine something and do something out of it, but I was not able to understand what I am going to do. So one day, what happened? My daughter was in first standard. Now she's in 10th. She's 15 years old, but she was very small, and she had started learning Kannada in school as second language. Her mother tongue is Marathi, but she had started learning new language. And one day, after coming from school, she was playing and she was humming a song, humming a rhyme
It's
herself.
21 hours.
Sorry.
And
Please go
that
ahead. Yeah.
rhyme, yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that rhyme was something like it will start with the letter K, and it will the second line will be K kha ga gha nga. So in Hindi also, if you see this Ka kha ga gha nga, cha cha ja ja ya, this is the uh, uh, arrangement of arrangement of consonants. So this was very nice rhyme. The first line will start with K, the second will start with Ch. And I liked it so much that I thought, what a nice way to teach a new language to small kids. So I tried to write a similar rhyme in Sanskrit. I uh, and in that way to teach alphabet, numbers, colors. And there is hardly anything in Sanskrit. If you see, if they want to make Sanskrit as a fun language, Sanskrit, as you know, is the language of shlokas and all, other spiritual text, but this fun part is missing. So I started a YouTube channel for animated Sanskrit rhymes, and my friends helped me in creating animations, recording all this process. And this YouTube channel got a very good response, and I thought, let me start a full-fledged platform for teaching Sanskrit to different age groups, not only to small kids, but many adults are also there. Many foreigners are also there who are attracted to Sanskrit. They want to learn yoga, they want to learn Indian philosophy, they want to learn Indian way of life. So nowadays, if you see, uh, this these people are, they are liking this, and to understand it from the roots, they want to learn this language. And that's why I created Vedika EdTech. So it's a online platform. So uh, if you have heard this word Vedika, it means a platform. The word itself means a platform. So this, my vision is to grow Vedika as a comprehensive platform to learn this language. And as Lipsy told you, I have started my course also. I have launched my course recently, just 1 month back. But it was a nice experience. My experience as instructional designer, that also helped me a lot for creating this course. Instructional designer, if I can tell you briefly, they take care how the course will be engaging. So if you see some MOOCs or some online courses, you get bored. The monotonous voice or whatever, no visuals at all, only text, big sentences on the screen. So students get bored. But other if you see some other courses or videos, they are really engaging, nice. So instructional designer's job is to make the online course nice, better, and it should be a good learning experience for students. So so that this course is launched and it's getting a good response. So that's all about me.
Thanks, ma'am, for giving us more details about you and your work. And let me tell you, she has been. I really commend her work, especially for this almost dead language that she's trying to revolve. And this is my interest area as well. So students who have interest in Sanskrit and want to really do something, they can contact her, reach out to her, reach out to me, and then so that we can make something in that area, which we will utilize this forum during our experiential learning platform. Okay, so moving on. So you all know me, so I will keep it brief. Currently, I am born and raised in Jamshedpur. I have done my schooling all the way through till Tisco schools, and then I got selected through AIEEE to one of the engineering colleges in Pune, from where I completed my engineering, and then from that time on, I've been working with a company across different geographies. Apart from work, I really like to uh, help people in whichever way with my capacity. I enjoy learning. I enjoy people experience and making meaningful connections. So I would like to open this discussion forum uh, for my guests Naman and Dr. Pradanya. If like, how did you find the right online course for yourself? Naman, would you like to go first? And like, how did you answer? How did you answer? Yeah.
Sure. I think it really depends on your goal, right? So, what is the purpose of you taking the online
Mm-hmm.
course? Is it one, for me, when the very first online course I took was the supply chain analytics course. And that was for me to gauge if I really do like the subject or not. And then also to understand a little bit about that world. And, in some ways also understand my skill level, understand where my gaps are in my strengths and skills. And so I think that helped fulfill that goal. Let's say if your goal is to become better at communication, for example, then yes, then you should take a communication goal. So it really depends on what your goals and the purpose of taking those, what's your purpose for taking an online course? Is it to become better? Is it to get a job? Maybe you want to become an online marketer. Then you want to take a course that will help you gain the skills to become an online marketer. Or you want to become, you want to do a job that requires you to have understanding of coding. Then you should take a course that helps you, that teaches you the basics of coding, or maybe intermediate level coding, right? And so I think that's how I went about it. And I think that would be the biggest advice. The main advice that I would give is to really understand your purpose first before choosing a course.
Okay.
Hopefully
Yeah.
that was helpful.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Naman. So it's a very good suggestion that you just gave, that we need to assess ourselves. So students, we need to assess ourselves. That's task number one. You need to ask yourself, what is your goal, like how you want to plan ahead. For example, somebody or a commerce graduate, if they want to be in the industry, that what all courses they should pursue. They have interest in HR or finance, and then what courses they should equip in order to improve their skills, right? But I think that everyone should take communication and basic technical courses, everyone, irrespective of
Mm-hmm.
department. So Pradanya ma'am, do you want to add something, or
Yeah, I can mention about two courses which I have done. One, when I had started working, So I'm not from science background. So I remember my first interview when they asked me about search engine, and I didn't know this term. What is search engine? And it was like that. So I really felt that I need to improve I want to grow professionally, need to know more about this thing. So I did a course in instructional designing, postgraduate diploma, and from Symbiosis distance learning. So that helped me professionally also to get promotions and sort of like that. And I was getting actual experience, but to have a strong foundation, this course helped me a lot. And the other one I did, I had applied for women startup program at IIMB, and so the first phase was completed a MOOC. I couldn't go to the second, third level, but this MOOC helped me a lot to grow as an entrepreneur, to grow as a founder of some startup. So that,
Wow.
yeah.
Great example. So students, I want to note these points that you fill your career gap with these online courses. So suppose somebody who is arts, who is studying, pursuing arts or any humanitarian subjects, they can take up basic programming course, or they can take up basic healthcare course. So you can utilize MOOC not only to fill your career gap in order to reach your goal, but to equip yourself and make yourself multi-dimensional. If you are not relevant during this time, if you cannot maintain and sustain and become relevant, you will be out from job market. Forget about getting jobs. If we are not adding value to people's discussion, it will be difficult, right? So yeah, moving on, we have next topic, which is like which online course impacted your career the most. So the tipping point. Thanks, Naman, for this pointer. Can you please help us enlighten some more details on this as well?
Sure. I mean, I think during my sort of my career story, when I was doing my introduction, I did mention that last January, while I just had the baby, I had this period of time where I had to figure out what I did next. And so I was maybe interested in supply chain management as a potential, next career jump switch. And so I found this online course on edX, supply chain analytics, which was sort of the first course out of this five level course package from MIT. And so that was the course that was my introduction to MMOCs, but it was also the course that really was my turning point. But so I know I talked about this before, but I do want to mention another course that I took that also gave me a similar effect. And I took a Learning to Learn course through Coursera. And this course specifically was helpful because it made me think about how I have been learning the wrong way all my life. It taught me how to manage my time, and then also spend my time learning during the most optimum time for my brain. Taught me how to use those optimum times efficiently so that I'm actually grasping the knowledge and the information that I'm learning, and being able to really deeply root it into my mind and into my understanding, instead of just spending hours and hours maybe seeing the same video over and over again, or reading the same book or the same grammar rule over and over again. So this course really helped me because around the time I had to take my GMAT, which is I'm sure everybody knows it's kind of like the GRE for business school, and sometimes for schools like I know MIT required that. So that course actually helped me study for that exam. And I do think that I think that course was the second biggest course that really helped me sort of with my turning point in, getting into graduate school. So
Okay.
those two courses. Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Naman. And I want to highlight here the answers that she has given. It is resonating, and it is kind of a in loop, or it is resonating what Dr. Pradanya just said, that she is filling the gap with the courses. So that is what it resonated. Even Naman did the similar thing. And I did the same thing. Like, I started to prepare for GMAT, and um, that helped me with my communication skills, verbal skills, English writing, critical thinking, how to think critically, write a proper essay, RCs. So yeah, so that was kind of lagging for me, coming from a Hindi medium background. That was lagging. So that was a turning point, apart from definitely doing economics, accounting, commerce, apart from taking those courses, because I completely had background in maths and science. So Pradanya ma'am, do you want to add something in here?
Yes, as I told you, both the courses have impacted my career.
Mhm.
The course in instructional designing helped me to grow professionally. The other one for women startup program, that helped me to grow as an entrepreneur. So both were useful,
Yeah.
and yes, that's all.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So I would encourage students now, if they have any specific questions, to put it in the question answer chat, so that we will take it up after finishing the session. Okay, moving on. Yeah. So how to remain motivated and committed to finish and complete a course? Um, Namun, you want to take this up first?
Sure. Yeah, I think for me, so as I had mentioned, so I have two kids, and of course, even though I wasn't working, I was a full-time mom, and so there was some difficulty in at first really trying to manage my time. And I'm sure for everyone, if you have a full-time, school or a job, something that you do every day, it can be hard to fit an additional course or additional responsibility, but what I found very helpful was setting a very specific time every day. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same time every day, but knowing that, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I am going to study from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., or I'm going to study from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Just making sure you have set that block of time on your calendar, putting on an alarm, maybe 3 alarms if you're like me, just so that you just take the first step and you sit in front of your computer or your phone, right? And you get in that mindset of, okay, this time is only for doing this course. I think that has really helped me be motivated, because I'm not going to lie, sometimes maybe the beginning of the course is going to be very interesting, but then
Mhm.
maybe the second course or the third lesson, the video is a little boring, right? And you might start feeling less motivated. But by setting that time, that block of time on your calendar every day, and making, putting that alarm and making yourself sit in front of your computer or your phone every day with that specified time, helps you get into that zone, even if the material starts getting a little boring, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and so I think that has been one of the biggest motive help instruments for me to keep myself motivated. And then second, I would say, and I know Lipsy will probably mention this too, is have somebody else do it with you. I didn't do the analytics course with somebody, but I did do the learning to learn course with a friend. And that was good, because then we can text each other sometimes, like, oh, have you done, week 3 lessons yet? Have you looked at that video? Have you watched it yet? Have you done your homework yet? And that was helpful for sure.
Yeah, very, very, very true, Naman.
Hmm.
Thanks for these two insights. I would like to add in here that for me, building a team who has same goals, like common goals. So whether it was studying for the GMAT or taking 1 year long different courses in supply chain, I tried to reach out to people who wanted to do similar courses, and then build and make them accountable. Like you ask me or I ask you, did you complete this or not? So having people with you helped me. That worked for me. So, but initial for few months they were tough were to find the motivation that why I'm doing so. But by seeing that keep people kept progressing, that helped me motivated. Pradanya ma'am, do you want to add something in here?
Yes, the same thing. You can find an accountability partner for each other. In my
Sorry, we.
foundation was I was supposed to complete it in 1 year.
Mhm.
So after 1 year, I thought it's okay. Anyhow, I have one more year. So I thought in this way it will never. I couldn't complete the course. Then I asked my friend. She was also doing the similar course, and we worked as an accountability partners for each other. So
Mhm.
accountability partner is a person who helps the person to keep a commitment. So whenever you want to achieve your goal, or he or she keeps you on track. So that's the best, as Lipsy and Namun told. This is the best thing to keep you motivated and committed.
Okay. Okay. Next topic is that how to use our credentials to advance the career. Like we do a lot of courses. Then what shall we how shall we utilize that? Um, so Naman, you want to address it
Sure. I think
first?
for me, obviously, I'm sure, there's a variety of ways, but for me specifically, personally, one, it helped me understand, okay, this is what I like, this is what I want to continue to pursue. Maybe like I'm actually, I am strengthening my analytics skills in the specific supply chain field, and this is the field that I want to pursue. So one, it helps you, gives you a sense of understanding of this, field or space that you want to continue building your career on. Two, of course, it adds to your CV, it adds to your resume, and then it would add to your LinkedIn profile. So of course, it boosts sort of who you are as a professional, because you are growing in those skill sets, right? And so I think second, it's really a booster for your CV and your resume for sure. But one for sure, one I definitely want to say the main thing is understanding what you want to pursue is probably the biggest thing, especially when it comes to advancing your career. Because if you don't know what you want or what you're good at, then it's hard to, see kind of the trajectory of what your next step is. But
Mhm.
credential wise, that's how it would help you. For me specifically was resume, my CV, my LinkedIn profile, and then of course the network that you get, like the courses that I've taken. There's always a Facebook group where you can post and ask questions, and you kind of sometimes you even become friends with some of the people there, on Facebook, and that you broaden your network, I think, and you can be friends with them on LinkedIn. You never know who you can help or who will help you in the future professionally. And so that's also, I think, another good point,
Mhm.
network wise.
Yeah, yeah, very, very well said, Naman. I think I will completely second you. Um, I would recommend for this one students to use, so people who have technical background, they would understand, maintain your GitHub repository. Start maintaining from now. Use your code, use your own code, source code in GitHub, and you can, you don't need any certification from anywhere. You can just show your GitHub that you have done this, like you have done mobile scripting, which is Android app building, or you have made a website app likewise. So have your GitHub repository speak for you, and put it in your LinkedIn, your CV, everywhere, right? So use these things to highlight, like use your work, whatever experiential learning you would do, highlight that in your CV. These in the current situation, these things value more than the theoretical certificate, right? So Pradanya ma'am, do you want to add on to it?
Nothing specific. Most of the points are covered by you and Namun. So
Okay, okay. So moving on to free versus paid course. So I understand that all of you are students, and then we are restricted with the money. So which course should you take? So Naman, you were to highlight something, and then I can go second.
Yeah. So are you asking for the pros and cons of free versus paid
Yeah,
courses?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I think if you're trying to fill a gap where it's not necessarily a requirement from the position that you're looking for, the opportunity that you're seeking for, then I think a free course is more than viable.
Mhm.
But let's say for example, the graduate program I was looking into said, oh, you need to have a certified certificate from this online course, then I have to pay, or if your job is saying, oh, we want to see your certification for, I don't know, R, or Tableau or some online course for some analytics program, then maybe you would have to pay and show them to get the certificate. So in my experience, the difference between the free and paid is really just being able to get the certificate to say that you have completed and passed the course. um, I think because you've paid for it, it sometimes gives you that extra motivation to finish the course, because if you don't, then you're losing money. But of course, if you can keep yourself motivated, and if the company or the school does not ask for a requirement to see the certificate, then I think it's more than okay to just do the free course and to fill your own skill gap, just like Pradnya said, and Lipsy had mentioned, just to fill your skill gap, and then I think your actions and your ability to do the job and to ability to code, or for whatever course you've taken, will speak for itself than just a piece of paper.
Yeah. So I think we have a lot of slides to cover, so I need to increase my speed to cover the content in the limited time. Okay. Um, yeah, so as Naman just mentioned, these are very valid points. But the first point which I really like is like, if you think that it is filling the gap, then you can put first layer from the free course, and eventually you see you students can find out that is this their interest area or not, and then they can put another layer. Like first you can start with learning about different things from YouTube, listen to videos for hours and hours, and then these are all free content. Then go decide take some course which is for free, and then you can if you feel that yes you want to build something onto it, then only you go for the paid one. Apart from this, I want to highlight that the edX and other courses which are paid, students can definitely ask for scholarship. They also provide scholarships. So note this point, that you can request them with financial aid, that this is your situation, you are trying to do this, you are trying to achieve X for your goal. That is why this course is very important for you, and you cannot support this without getting the scholarship. So tell your story, and you and people receive like till 90% scholarship, and many times it is for free as well. So first layer should be free content, just keep watching, and then the free course you can just audit the course. I will show you eventually how to do it, and then only if necessary you opt for the paid course, and then you can also take scholarship with it. Pradanya ma'am, you want to add on to this free versus paid course?
yes, the same thing. You can start with the free courses, and then you really want. You have to decide, means what your identity will be, what in what field, because you cannot do so many courses, and you cannot become a jack of all trades. So you have to become a master of one or two fields. So that you decide and take up the courses. After all, it's an investment, so take up, nothing wrong in taking paid courses also. So start with the free and go to paid.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now comes the handout section. Let me see the questions. I have few questions in front of me. I will address it at the end, but let me first go through the handout. So, if you can see the screen, right, this is in here. I'm teaching you how to fish, which is like how to make your meal. So there are a lot of resources that we have. Students are asking you questions that they have background in HR, they have background in finance, which courses are more relevant, how they can improve their employability. Sure, we'll address this point. So let's just try to finish the content that we are trying to deliver it to you, because it's a lot, and then you have a lot to absorb. Right, so how to finish the course is, we have these many, like we have so you guys can start with Swayam and NPTEL. These are government of India initiative, these are free. So start with that. YouTube is a very useful resource. Even today we utilize YouTube not just for not just to watch cooking or celebrity videos, but to take the courses, real time, like supply chain courses. You just type it, everything you'll find it, right? If you want to learn Android mobile coding, you just type it, you will get it. I have even provided the link for the same from YouTube. So first layer is do everything from YouTube, Swayam, Neptal, it's all free. Eventually you opt for MOOC list, you can opt for edX. Khan Academy is completely free. MIT Open Courses, courseware, as they say, it's completely free. So these are the list of resources where you can find thousands and thousands of plus of courses available for you. You just need to decide that which one is the right fit. On that we will come next. I've already provided the link to all of the students. They can click on each and every link and find for themselves that how Coursera works. If you just go to the detail, you can also learn how scholarship within those functions work. For edX, which has been so edX, you can either take a paid course, but I recommend to do audit course, which is completely free. If you have interest, just do audit course. So whatever handout list of courses I've provided to you guys, use audit courses. You don't need to pay, you would learn it. So these are the meals for you guys, right? So these are some of the examples. It's not exhaustive list, but these are my recommendations based on the background. So suppose somebody who has background in computers, maths, science, or that side, they can do these courses. But like Namun, she did not have background in coding. She did her communications and economics, international communication economics, but she has been learning Python. So just see, everyone has to be equipped with few of, cross training is very important. So equip yourself with right courses. For example, communication course is like necessary for, irrespective of department, everyone should do it. Coding course, everyone should know the basics of coding. So likewise, so this is the list of some of the guidelines, which is like going to be in the market, which is on basic introduction of computer programming, data analytics, machine learning is really hot now, artificial intelligence. The links are given, just go through those links and find out the curriculum, read the time commitment it needs, read the breaks, how much expectation the course needs from you, and then decide that how you will be able to do it or not. Mobile app development is a very interesting and very demanding course. So these are the list of courses. I don't want to get into detail. And I get regular calls for these skill set, that somebody resource who has automation skills, they get picked really quickly. So these are the key resources. I can talk about it in detail during our office hour, or if any student has any question, we can discuss in detail. So I wanted to, so likewise, I have given few courses for communications. I think everyone should do it. Healthcare, Students who have background in biology, home science, yoga, natural healing practices, they should do it. But let me tell you, MBA graduates also do healthcare certifications because it's very much in demand in the industry. So you can do it not only from edX but WHO, Red Cross. These are like globally recognized and these are free as well. I want to cover in detail the fintech section because most of the students are asking about HR and finance. So you guys should focus on banking related certifications. When you just type in do a complete micromaster in, if you just type finance and banking, you will get the details. To be very specific, SAP is a lower hanging fruit. That means if you already know what is you are aware, you are friendly with the verbiage of warehouse, HR, finance, sales and distribution, material management, those things. So it is easy hanging fruit for you. It is very much relevant. So first learn the modules but through Open SAP. Otherwise, these courses are very expensive and paid. Better you opt for Open SAP and learn these modules. After that, once you have the business learning, then you go for SAP HANA, which has some technical touch to it. And again, SAP HANA, why I've included in here, is very much in demand. So students who have background in finance, and then none of the industries nothing is untouched by technology nowadays, right? So it's a new domain which has come up, fintech, wherein so you should also do SAP HANA or any technical specific learning. I recommend going through this link because it gives you a list of micromaster courses that you can take for free, right? And definitely everyone should know Microsoft Excel. So I think I've answered those questions which came into the chat. If not, then please specify your questions. I'll address them again. Okay, so these are a few courses which I've given. So students, I've given today enough of food for today and the tool which you can make the food for future. Utilize this, right? You can utilize this extensively. And thanks, I would like to thank Namun and Pradanya ma'am and my entire mentors team who has helped me to come up with this list.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, but I'm not yet done. We are not yet completed. I want to cover. Yeah, so ma'am, do you want to, Pradanya ma'am, do you want to go ahead with like what is the best way how we can use MOOCs the right way, as I've mentioned in here?
Hello.
Like, yeah, we can hear you. So we are providing the tips in here to use the MOOCs in right way. I guess we are not able to.
I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah. Uh, okay, so I will. Naman, you want to you want to help students understand this better?
Sure. Do you want me to just go through the list?
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I talked a little bit about time management just now, about having a
Yeah.
routine, right? Making it a habit, setting a specific time or blocking a specific time every day so that you get into that mindset and you have your alarm set for that time, making time specifically. I think number two, importantly, about keep making sure you're, accountable. So having a buddy or a group, 3, 4 other people that you're doing a course with will be very helpful. Maybe, within your class, you can decide, okay, let's, the 5 of us will take this one course, start together, start at the same time. And I think that will be very helpful. I think number 3, kind of the studying on the desk portion actually is very true to me, because when I'm on the bed, I sleep. I kind of doze off, and maybe watch the start of the video in 3 minutes. I might be, the computer might be falling off my lap, and I might be already sleeping. So I do think that there's even scientific research done about your mind not being able to focus, actually, if you're doing it from your bed. So I highly recommend sitting on a desk for sure. And so I think that's a really good point there. Let's see. And then number 4, I completely agree with that. Don't take more courses than you can manage. I agree with this recommendation because sometimes, especially if you have a full-time, course load when you're going to school, or you have a full-time job, it's hard, if you haven't figured out how to manage your time for one, and then you take 2 and 3, it can really ruin sort of the plan. You might not be able to fully engage yourself in one course and commit to it. So I agree with that for sure. And then lastly, thank you for writing that, Lipsy. I think that's also true. Be kind to yourself, right? It's okay if, let's say, you started a course and maybe you're just horrible at this, and maybe you realize, okay, maybe this is not where my strengths are. Then it's okay. Maybe now this is not what you should do. Try something else. Or maybe you really want to do it, then take it again. That's the beauty of it being online. You can rewind the video. You can go back to the first lesson and start all over again, and watch it as many times as possible until you actually understand it and really know the content. So I think that's the beauty of online learning. You can go back and rewind and rewatch over and over until you really understand and practice, right? So these are all really good points, Lipsy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Naman, for helping me with this.
Yeah, of course.
And I think as we spoke last time, I want to, as Swati ma'am suggested, that we shall also give some homework to students. So the first thing I want all the students to do is, I have provided a lot of links. So go through each link, and each link has a list of courses, like multiple resources. So you have been given with a lot of resources today. Go through each link, pick, choose, assess yourself, and pick 2 courses, one out of interest and one which fills your gap, where you find there's a challenge, like you cannot do it. Like, apart from your curriculum, what extra courses that you can pick? Obviously you can't do a lot of courses, so at least you can do 2 courses, and you can manage your time, like morning 1 hour to online courses, then your curriculum, evening 1 hour to this course. So reduce your minimize your time waste. Every day you minimize it. You cannot shut it off because it's a long habit. So every day minimize by 20 minutes, 30 minutes, likewise. That's your homework. Third is, build a team. Discuss with your classmates, your friends, share it with them that, this is the list, what do you think about it? Let's all do our own research, and then we can regroup, then we can discuss about it. So make a team, then discuss about it, that which course they are taking, and then build a internal group within the team. And let me tell you, each courses in edX or global platform, they also have their own community. So if you're taking HR specific course, HRSD, or finance course, they already, people from different places would be taking those courses, so they make their own WhatsApp community or something. So interact, so be more active in their in the community itself. That would help you a lot. And then plan your first MOOC. And I want to hear from each and everyone who is attending today's session, that which MOOC did you choose. So this is your homework. With that, now let me address few more questions. Bank job after BCom, what should I take for that? So bank job is PSU related. So for that, you need to take, I think it's a completely different preparation that you need to do for banking, for applying for government jobs. You need to prepare, so different vacancies come in for government jobs. I will be able to provide more details about it through email. Okay, so this is very good question by Rishika Das. She's asking, how can I keep growing and developing myself? I want our students to have this mindset that how they want to improve themselves. So first is there's a list of courses that everyone should do, everyone should know. First is communication. Let me tell you, 90% of the cases, if you are good with your communication, you will be able to channelize and find the solutions by talking to people and interacting, maintaining a network. So communication, coding, learning few coding courses like app development, Python, these things are like key. If you go to industry, they would need it. Like today, Naman is doing Python course. I am doing Python course. All of us are doing communication course. We also need to equip ourselves with courses. Okay, so government jobs, SSC. So how should I prepare myself in skills?
Mhm.
Okay, computer skills and communication skills. I have to do some. Yeah, Naman, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just thinking one thing that I forgot to mention specifically on communication. A very actually, I'll be quick. It's a quick story here. So I used to work for a management consulting firm, and we did have an offshore office in India. And we had several colleagues from India. They were all very exceptional. Many of them were top-notch data analytics skills. Um, but what I noticed from some of my colleagues that were able to grow quicker in the firm, and be able to grow quicker in the firm, and do international projects and like travel, around Europe and the U.S. These these colleagues were the ones that showed improvement in their communication skills. So I remember whenever we were interviewing our colleagues or new colleagues from the India office, that was one of the things that we wanted to always check, is how much improvement are they showing in their communication, in their negotiation skills, in their ability to convey um, their data, right, their analytics. So you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you are not able to communicate what your work, then it will be very difficult for people to trust you and to understand your work. So that story still sticks with me today about how important communication is for any type of work, right? Especially in the business world. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to share that example, just
Thanks.
because you
Yeah.
kept highlighting communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Naman. This is a very relevant experience that she has shared. I have received a lot of questions from Cricket World number 18. That's the name of the student, and she has been asking about biotech. She has background in biotechnology. She's asking which courses. So the students in my handout, if you just see, for healthcare, people who have background from biology, biotechnology, healthcare specific, you have huge scope in market. First course which I have provided the list, it is healthcare module certification. It's huge and it is very demanding course. So it is very demanding. Try doing those courses whichever I've highlighted under healthcare section. So in the current industry, how the market functions, these are like verticals: banking and finance, healthcare, retail. So if you have background in biology, biotechnology, try to get into that healthcare certifications and do more courses around that. You can do micromaster in healthcare administration. There's a huge requirement in the industry related to this. So go through everyone. I'm telling again and again, everyone, click on each link and go through. One link there would be a lot of links available. So go through each link. Take this as a homework. Another question I've received from, it's a good information, Khushi. She said that she has learned app development. I want to tell her, if you are confident about app development, reach out to me. You can definitely, you are the right fit for ELP program, which is experiential learning program. Make a team and then build an app. I can give you a business requirement. You can put that your own work that you build something of that sort in your resume, and this will speak for yourself. Right? This will speak for you. You don't need any certification. Next question is, okay, so a few questions related to getting the government job after your graduation and how should you prepare. Aditi is asking me, Aditi Kumari, I'm preparing for government job, SSC How should I prepare myself in skills such as computer skills, communication skills? So Aditi, go to the link, the last handouts that I've provided. Communication, very good information from very good courses, like hand-picked courses from Swayam. And those exact two courses that you have asked, both of them are there within computers, like introductory to computer programming. Everyone should know, right? Then be specific to data analytics. Do those courses, complete it successfully for yourself. And communications, everyone should do, irrespective of background. Okay, more question. Which link? So, mobile app development. Okay. Healthcare courses, I've already covered. What are the healthcare courses that we have? BCA. Okay. Sadaf Yasmin is telling that she has done BCA. What else additional courses? So Sadaf, you have background in computers. You are already, you have the background. So easy hanging fruit for you is going to be computer science courses, especially try to learn automation tools such as Selenium, which utilizes like learn core Java. First thing, freeware tools, freeware courses available everywhere. Core Java, take Selenium courses. Every day I get like 10 calls for Selenium requirement. So take Selenium, Groovy, 7 number point under computer science. Just research about the content, whatever content I've provided to you guys. Mm, I should pursue how to gain knowledge as I want to do MBA by giving CAT. Okay, whoever is planning to do MBA, first and foremost, please do communication courses. Please pick 1 or 2 from computer science courses. Any certification, MicroMaster would add value, right? Healthcare, they would add value. Uh, yes, I want to prepare next exam. What should I do? Shreya, you are not, I don't understand your question. Ma'am, I want to prepare net exam. What should I do? Net exam she wants to prepare. You would find the courses for that as well. I think just to look into Swayam or edX. Okay, Manisha is asking me, I want to become a businesswoman. I don't know how. Can you help me? Sure, I can help you. Whatever link and courses that I've provided to you, first you start taking communication courses, healthcare courses, SAP related courses, and you know, and then keep attending these community events. That way, your networking negotiation skills would improve. So start with these courses that I have given it to you. With that, I would like to respect everyone's time, especially people who are joining at late night, early morning. I would like to respect Namun's time and Pradanya ma'am's time. Thank you, my dear mentors, for supporting this cause, and thank you to Swati ma'am for consistently collaborating with us to help students to achieve what they want. And which link are you to? Can you please share it one more time? So this is the link. This is the link, students, for the deck, for the PPT that we went through today. Inside, yeah, within this you can put, you can reach out. You have all the links. Okay, so I would like to thank all my mentors, and the college staff. Swati ma'am, over to you.
And thank you so much, Lipsy. Thank you, Namun. Thank you, Pradanya ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful input. And your words will definitely make a path for us students. Thank you so much. There is one more question from Manisha. She want to ask that she want to be a businesswoman. So for that, what course should she take?
Yeah, so is she part of commerce or MBA or BBA? She has a background in which curriculum that she's taking right now.
And that has not been mentioned. Manisha, if you want to unmute yourself and ask the question. She just have mentioned that she want to be a businesswoman. So for that, what? Okay, she's writing.
Hmm. I think if she has background in commerce and she should start with communication skills under communication section. If you see, let me just again highlight. Okay. So if you can see, Manisha, the communication section, right? It highlights, it gives you like business negotiation, marketing strategy. Until you know how to express yourself, you cannot be heard. You cannot be recognized. That is first. So try to do these courses. These are from Swayam mostly, and then I have given more links and more courses. So today, if you have 1,000 courses, you will not be able to do 1,000 courses. You just need to pick one or two, pick for yourself and start with that. Once you finish communication, go on. You will realize where does your strength lie, right? And then you can take some computer background courses. You can do specifically certifications related to finance and HR modules. The links are mentioned under fintech, which is the finance and tech section. You can do online marketing courses as well. This also helps business women. See, business women is very vague. It has to be very specific, like which domain you want to go, what's your interest area, what is your goal. In everyone, like Pradanya ma'am is a businesswoman. Somebody who wants to do his her own startup, they are business pioneers. So you need to be very specific that which domain you want to get in. If you want to get into healthcare, do healthcare certifications. If you want to get into retail, do retail specific operations, sales and operations, supply chain, sales and distribution, those certifications. If you want to get into banking and finance, do that domain specific certifications. But as I told you, computer science, communications are like horizontals. They are applicable to everyone. All these courses are applicable to across the industry, whether you work in finance, retail, healthcare. It is applicable to all these across the industry. So just pick, choose. It's a long journey, guys. It's a long journey. So to keep taking courses, because if someone would have told me, then I would have learned a lot of things in these many years. It took me 10 years to use courses and be whatever I am. I really feel if you utilize the information that we have shared with you, it will reduce your time, and you will be able to achieve a lot of things. So just the motivation is needed from your side. Keep up your game and then do more courses. Do not waste time.
Thank you so. Thank you so much, Lipsy, for answering that question. I have one question from Pradanya ma'am. Ma'am, can you please name the course which you did on women entrepreneurship?
Yeah, it's IMB. So they had started women entrepreneurship program, women startup program 2 years back. So now they have one more. It's for Manisha. So if you have a specific business idea, you can directly apply for that. So it's the link is available, or maybe I can share it in the chat
Sure, you
box.
can share that, ma'am, with me, or with so that if you don't have it available handy right now, I can share it with
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. So if anybody has among you, if they have any business idea, they can apply for this women startup program. So now their applications are open till 15th of August, and uh, then the first phase is completing a MOOC.
Right. So see, guys, to add on to Pradanya ma'am, we also have our fourth workshop, which is very specific to entrepreneurship, startups, and during your courses. So we are going to cover that topic in detail, as well as we have covered massive open online courses. So be tuned, keep watching these space, and then we will be able to provide you more specific details in specific workshops. And if you could prepare your questions well in advance, that would help us to help you in a better way.
Definitely, they will do that for the next session. Thank you so much, Lipsy. Thank you, Pradanya ma'am. Thank you, Naman, for all your inputs. Thank you so much. Those were really valuable to us, for our students, and it will help them a lot. Thank you so very much.